Hello, welcome back. My name is Ari and today is my November book haul. Now this is a very small haul comparatively speaking. I really didn't do a whole lot of book buying this month and it's a little bit before the end of the month, so I don't have my Sips by box, so we're skipping that. And I don't think I plan to buy anything else, but if I do, I will stick it in next month's haul. I just am not going to be able to record this at the end of the month because of the Thanksgiving holiday and stuff like that. So doing it a little bit early, and it's a short one, so that's how we like things. There were only 2 books that I just straight up purchased this month. The first one is The Dark One by Brandon Sanderson. It has a nice glossy cover that's going to reflect all of the ring light. This is a graphic novel by Brandon Sanderson. I have no idea where this universe is based, but it is not Cosmere based as far as I'm aware. So there's that. I don't really know what this is about. I just insta-buy everything by Brandon Sanderson. The other book that I bought is also by Brandon Sanderson, and unsurprising to everybody, it is Rhythm of War, book 4 in the Stormlight Archive. It is a thick boy clocking in at just under 1,300 pages. It is beautiful. The inside has these beautiful pictures in it. We got those, and even like the dust jacket itself has a map of Roshar in it, so that's beautiful as well. Everything about the Stormlight Archive is beautiful. So, bought this, read it already, it's fantastic, it's everything I need in my life, all the happy things. While we're talking Brandon Sanderson shit that I bought, I also purchased, when I bought the graphic novel, I purchased a Doom Slug face mask, which is everything I need in my life. This is actually like a really nice, heavy quality face mask, so very thrilled about that too, even though I didn't really need another face mask. Next section, let's go ahead and review the books that I got in book boxes that you've already seen. First, in my Coffee and the Classic book box, I got The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton. I have a copy of this book, but it's in like a bind up, so I'm cool with owning another copy. I read this earlier this year, and honestly, I need to reread it because I realized when I was doing the unboxing, I barely remember what The Age of Innocence is about. I keep getting it mixed up with The House of Mirth, which I liked a whole lot more than The Age of Innocence, even though I remember liking this as well. I just don't remember what it's about. Next up in my Piece and Pages, I got The Line Between, which I believe is a thriller. Yeah, it's a dystopian thriller. I don't really know what this is about, but whatever, I own it. And then in my Unplugged book box, I got Simmer Down by Sarah Smith. This is a contemporary romance about food trucks, and it sounds awful because I don't like contemporary romances. So somebody might like it, but that somebody is not me. But I own it. Next up, let's cover the book boxes you haven't seen yet. First is my Brilliant Book monthly box, where it's a subscription and they just send me a paperback book based off of like my personal preferences. Some individual like actually goes to the bookstore, picks something out. And this month they sent me Silver in the Wood by Emily Tesh. This one I already own, so I'm asked, they allow you to return things if you already own it, and then they'll replace it with a different book. So I'm going to return this. It's all good, all happy. It's a novella. This is the second month in a row that I've gotten that I've gotten a novella, and I'm not super thrilled about that. I would assume if I'm paying full price for a book subscription box that I'm going to get full-length novels and not novellas, but we'll see what they send me as a replacement to this. They've 4 months in now, and they've sent me 2 full-length novels and 2 novellas. So, honestly, if it wasn't like back-to-back months with novellas, I probably wouldn't have ever even noticed it or cared. But we'll see what they send as a replacement to this, and then if they're going to continue just sending me novellas, and then I'm just going to be disappointed and not renew the subscription. So, there you go. And then the last one that you haven't seen is my Book of the Month Club box. This one's a thicker one because I did order another book, which you probably have already seen if you've been watching my vlogs. I did get Piranesi by Susanna Clark because this was one of the nominations for Goodread Choice Awards, and I just got it to read it. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite book, but it wasn't like awful by any means. And then out of this month's choices, I honestly didn't love anything. There wasn't anything on that list that I was super thrilled about. I ended up going with These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, and this is a fantasy-based Romeo and Juliet retelling that takes place in, I want to say Shanghai, but that could be wrong. It is Shanghai. I was right. This does take place in Shanghai. So it's a Asian-inspired Romeo and Juliet retelling, which honestly sounds like something I should like. Actually, it's got a mix of things that I like and don't like. So I don't like insta-lovey romances, which is what Romeo and Juliet is. I don't particularly care for Asian mythology-inspired things, though that's hit or miss, even though it's more miss than it is hit. But I do really love books with sad endings, and I hope this isn't a spoiler for you, but everybody dies in Romeo and Juliet. So I'm kind of hoping that the star-crossed lovers, end up offing themselves at the end of the book, like happened in Romeo and Juliet. So we'll see if I like this or not. I'm not holding my breath that I'm going to love it, but I don't think it's going to be bad. And then the last section is the audiobooks that I got from my Libro FM influencer program. The first book I got was White Ivy by Susie Yang, and I have no idea what this is about. Let's see. Basically, this is a very interesting concept. It's basically a young Asian girl is raised by her grandmother, and her grandmother teaches her to be a petty thief. She raises her to steal things from secondhand shops and yard sales, stuff like that. And she, in her adult years, apparently falls in love with a guy, a wealthy young man that she knew from her childhood, and then her past of thieving somehow collides with her attraction to this wealthy guy and probably gets her in trouble. I don't know a huge amount about it, but it sounded really interesting, so I grabbed it. The next book I got, I believe, is nonfiction. It's called The Dead Are Arising, The Life of Malcolm X, which I think is just a Malcolm X bibliography, or a Malcolm X biography. I don't know a whole lot about this particular one, but hey, biographies are cool. The next book that I got is called The Office of Historical Corrections, which is a short story slash short novella collection. And it seemed just like slice of life short stories, and I like short stories. It seems to be mostly romances and mostly focus on people of color and interracial relationships. And those are the only three I got this month. Most of them just didn't sound very interesting to me, so if I'm never going to read them, there's no point in me grabbing them. But that's it. It was a short, tiny little squeezed in month. Let me know what you think of these books. Are there any of them that you think I should really prioritize? Yes, no, maybe. Let me know, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!